Alright, hi everybody, it is Bonkai922 on the 4th day of anime my true love gave to me. The moon falling down on Earth. The chief is an android. Levi is buzzsawing the female titan. Kotaro-san, first 10 minutes. Okay, yes, day 4. Now you're probably wondering, moon falling on Earth. Going manga this time. Medica box. Yes, time to get crazy. This is day 4. Medica box, chapter 184. When the moon. The end of this chapter, when the moon, when Medica found out that the moon was going to fall on Earth because of Surabami. Professor Surabami, basically, if anyone who hasn't read Medica Box, I suggest you just don't watch this video. I'll probably put spoilers in the description if I can. He basically was a style user. He was a user. His one was Testament, I believe, from what I read. And basically, when he was killed by, I believe, Ihiko, this enacted it. And basically, what happens is, because he died, the moon was basically, this was going to happen if he died. If the professor died. The moon was going to come out of orbit and just crash down on Earth. And basically what happens is Medica then has to go and... What made this moment so freaking ridiculous... I was just looking back at my video when I did it. I was so pissed off. I was so pissed off at this moment. I went totally bonkers. Is you had no idea what was going to happen then after that moment. I was like, okay, so what happened? Is she dead? Obviously, now I look back on it, it's kind of a silly thing to do, to go crazy over. But now, it's not true. Not true. Because we obviously, people who read the manga know what happened. And I know what happened. But that moment, to me, was so surreal. I had no idea what was going to go down. The next chapter. Because after you see that moment when she's like saying, I had a fulfilled life and I have no regrets. Next page, we haven't heard from Medica since then, and the moon has been destroyed. And it just says on the bottom, it's graduation. I was flipping out, man. I was like, what a moment for 2013 when I read it, when I watched it, when I read it, and I reviewed it. It was such a oh God, moment. It was so ridiculous. And that's kind of the whole thing about Medica Box. It is filled with really crazy, you didn't expect it moments that make no sense. It was just, I was actually messaging Studio Parrot if he can help me with the moment. To find one, but I figured I'd go with this moment. There was one other moment for Medica Box I was going to go with. That moment was I can't remember what it was. That's right. It was the moment where I'm trying to think. It was the moment where she used that move. It's like parody of the ass. The Kirk Covey final? I was going to use that one. But I figured this one had more impact than that chapter. Because this chapter was just like, holy shit. And there was a lot of fucked up moments during that arc. Damn. I mean, supposedly Medica died. Everyone died. I mean, and people who, like I said, people who haven't read the manga, don't watch this video. Don't watch this video. Gonna spoil. It was so crazy, this arc. And I had no idea what to expect later on as I was reading. But this moment in particular was crazy. Um, it was just insane. I didn't know what to make of it. I truly did not know what to make of it as it went down the road. I should mention that I'm going to split this 12 days. 6 moments are going to be anime, and 6 moments are going to be manga. And I'm just looking at my list here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 6 moments for anime and 6 for manga. There's only this one moment on the list that is manga that is something I did not review. For to mention that. So look forward to seeing that moment. But like I said, this was just insane. And then we have, obviously, in that chapter also, Kumagawa shows up. He knocks out Senkichi and the other two, Shirani and another guy, and takes them away. Because, obviously, they were going to go with Medica, and obviously they can't do that, because if they do that, they just can't do it. She wanted them to survive, to live, And it was kind of funny, because at that moment also we have Ihiko. He shows up, the shadow of Ihiko, and he consoles Medica, saying, just look up at the sky and just think about, do you have any regrets? This was such a crazy moment. I was like, oh, no. And there were more after that moment. Because later on in New York, we find some other things. We have that mini arc that, and it just went up from there. I got some hate on the Mega Box chapters now I think about it. Because people think, so we're complaining and we're disliking the hell out of it because I said a few things that I wasn't supposed to say. But, yeah, this was a moment in the series that totally flipped it on its heels. I was just like, holy shit, But definitely a moment for the record books. Definitely a moment for 2013 as far as manga is concerned. Tell me what you guys think about it. This moment. The moon, man. The moon is coming down on planet Earth. That's crazy. And pretty much everyone knows what happens. She goes back, which is even more crazy. But that's just how Medica Box was. It was a series that had just unbelievable, crazy moments. So, there's nothing else to say about it. But yeah, that's the story, people. Bankai 922. Medica Box for day 4. The next moment's going to go back to anime. It's only going to happen where I swap it from, it's manga, anime, like twice during this 12 days thing. So, but still, crazy moment. I was bonkers over it. I was just like, Jesus. And I could have went with other series that I've been reviewing, like Kenichi or Akame ga Kiru, but I figured this one was a change of pace. Get some shonen that's not too crazy, not too bloody anyway. But it was an insane moment, and there's nothing else to say. I mean, this series was insane when I started reading it, and I started catching up, and I started reviewing it. It was just, and there's no other words to describe it. If you want to really know the whole story behind Medica Box, go see Studio Peria. Yeah, he's like the, if Justin's the encyclopedia of Hunter x Hunter, he's the encyclopedia of Medica Box. To some extent, I think so. But yeah, that's pretty much the story, people. Bankai 922, day 4 done. Yeah, next is day 5. Day 5 is a huge, what the hell, moment. That, it was a series that I reviewed, I believe during the time I was reviewing Attack on Titan. And you'll see it. It's something that happened that also changed the series completely overhead. It was like a huge surprise. Like completely. You'll get it soon. You'll get that, and along with, as we go along with day 6, 7, and 8. So yeah. Stay tuned, people. Bonkai 922, Medica Box, Day 4. 12 days of anime. Let's go in. Let's go in. I'll see you guys later. Peace.